All right, welcome back, everybody. This is our last part of the CIOs and Bowties. Not ever, don't worry about that. We'll be putting this out as long as you guys are watching. But this is the last segment on the Ray Dalio article about echoes of 1930 and a great sag. I think it's a bit of a cop-out to call it a great sag. I think in fact, well, this could be controversial, but I think it's a great recession, and that recession typically started around 2008, but that's a discussion for another day. It's very interesting, I'm sorry, you?
No.
It's very interesting to me. One thing I've noticed a lot more of is the Ray Dalios of the world are much more vocal. They seem to be stepping away from their businesses and doing many more interviews. So is the gentleman from Omega, Leon Cooperman, and David Rosenberg from, where's David from? He founded one of the large private equity firms, I forget now. He has his own segment on Bloomberg where he is interviewing other investors. So it seems like the billionaire class are getting more vocal out there. And then, of course, you've got Senator Warren, who is equally vocal, and Senator
Bernie Sanders.
Sanders, thank you, who's equally vocal on the other side. So anyway, turn it over to you. And
Greg, I don't think that's a surprise. At the end of the previous segment 2 of this chat, we spoke about the wealth gap widening. And I think it's a function of, these guys are realists. They're smart. They're incredibly smart, all of them, all names mentioned. And they recognize that for society to continue to develop and grow, the whole of society has to develop and grow. You can't develop and grow portions of society and have unhappy segments of society. China, beware in the years down the road. I digress. With that being said, so they feel some sense of responsibility, having made so much money over the years in giving back to the community, recognizing that without this society growing en masse, we're not going to see a society that benefits all, and therefore a society that continues to grow.
Yeah.
Both in wealth, by the way, and in other manners as well.
Okay. Yeah, so the last thing I'd say about that is, people think that capitalism is the system, the best system to have.
Some people think that is the case.
Some people think communism, socialism, whatever you want to call it, is the best system. I think I see the emergence of almost a third system going on, which I can probably best describe as kind of the Singapore type system, where you have this pro-business government, but they're very much in your backyard, so that they are there, they're big.
Controlling society on a daily basis.
Very controlling, but at the same time controlling in a helpful way. And I see the Chinese economy developing pretty much the same way. The Chinese government is not going to go away, but they are incentivized to continue to lift their people out of their
malaise or poverty. Yep. I'm less confident on China, but I certainly see that in your Singapore example, indeed.
Okay, well, very good. It was a nice discussion. I appreciate it, and thank you all for writing in and asking for Ray Dalio's article. So, Dave, thanks a lot again. And
Greg, thank you.
All the best. And
look forward to doing this again sometime soon, folks.
All the best. Take care. Bye-bye.